Oh,
Nothing.
wait, they're going to be like, R-Truth's retirement brought to you by fucking Skittles or something. They won't even
Right.
give him Skittles. I don't know, but like I said, there's this weird
Green
finale.
M&Ms. He just gets the green ones.
Yeah, I don't even get all the color M&Ms. No, like I said, there is a strange darkness, weird vibe to these main people. Like it's like the Undertaker leaves, and you go, "Oh, well, this is a sad,
Well, what about the
sad old
symbology?
man."
While you're
Right?
bringing that up, what about the symbology of him leaving his shoes and his underwear and his shirt all on top of the Rita symbol? I
Yeah,
mean,
isn't that nice?
yeah.
It's fucking. He took off his comfortable dad shoes and put
Yeah.
them right on top of the Saudi logo.
I heard a couple of chants for the shorts too, and I was like, "Oh, hey, we got those fans in the audience. All right."
Leave the shorts. Leave the shorts. Well, they needed something to feel good about, I guess. I don't know, man. Like I said,
No, but I mean like symbolism, not necessarily like in a commercial way, but
yeah.
I almost felt like it was pay attention to this. It's going to mean something. I don't know. Once again, I'm reading into it moments after we just got done watching it, and I was like, that was really an odd choice. Like, he didn't leave it by the stairs, which is what I thought was kind of like the atypical thing, is where the guys leave their boots by the stairs, which
Oh
makes
no, it's in the ring. That's the classic. It's
okay.
leaving them.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
But also at the same time, it's just funny because once again, John Cena in his little sneaks, in his little sneaker dudes, and like you said, right on top of the fucking right of Holiday Express fucking thing on it, and it's like there's so much to this. Like I said, that was just felt cheapened by all of the money grubbing bullshit
yeah.
and the finish that, like I said, sent a message to the audience. This thing that you've been believing in for 20 years is fucking cockadoo.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the biggest fucking mistake that they could have made with this. He should have, if anything, if he was going out on his shield, you better have made him go the fuck out. Not like this.
Ziggler fan for 5 says he said it was nice seeing Vince at the end. I'd honestly prefer him running WWE again over Scrooge McDuck and the doofus son-in-law. They're killing this company.
God,
I mean, we got into a big thing about that too, and I know you were talking about it earlier. Did I see Triple H during the pre-show? And I went back because you actually sent me the link of the pre-show, because I didn't actually get a chance to watch the pre-show, but I was watching the international feed. And I think he's just getting up there. I mean, people got to remember, this isn't the same Triple H from the mid 2000s. This guy's had a heart attack. This guy's a full family. He's up towards, I'm not going to say like the end of his. He's at the end of his. I guess you want to say journey.
His working life. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Yeah, that's a nice way. He's got so much goddamn money. Obviously,
he has nothing left to prove either. Like
right. Well, this is one of those moments where wrestlers in many respects, and I've always compared wrestling to a trade more than an art, like one of these little fucking beret wearing turds, that a lot of the guys that work trades, you know what, when they're Triple H's age, yeah, they are walking around like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, their bodies do hurt. Yeah, their backs do hurt. Yeah, they do groan every time they sit down anywhere and stand back up. That's just what it is. But he did look, like I said on the pre-show, you could sense it. Yeah, he still got his muscles, sure. But that's 40 years of working out and taking PEDs, allegedly. But yeah, it's kind of, he's on the downswing. There's a reason why the spotlight was more on Stephanie than him. Let's put it that way,
Jacoby J56 for 2 says rip Jake's fandom from 9 to 25. I'm sorry.
I don't blame him. Like I said, there's that feel to it, and I almost feel like an asshole even planting it in people's minds. The series finale.
No, but it's not that crazy to think about, because how many people left when they thought Hogan was done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Course.
You brought up Steve, or Steve. Geez, yeah, we're on a
Our
first.
good friend Steve. Yes,
Yeah, you brought up Stone Cold, and it's the same thing. And I'm sure there was fans that way about Bret Hart. It's just
WCW went under it. A lot of people said that's wrestling, and I don't watch that other shit, and they just stopped watching wrestling.
Right.
That's how it is, man. Like this, if you're this big, you're the GOAT, you're the greatest of all time, you're this icon, you define a generation. A lot of people are going to go with you.
Yeah, fandoms end. Fandoms end, and people just quit being fans, and you can't really blame them for the way that they feel because there was nothing else to attract them. And in all these years, that's not the fans' fault. That's WWE's fault. If WWE starts losing fans now that Cena is gone from the company, at no point can you blame Cena for that shit. It's WWE for not building up someone else that's on par or at least as loved as Cena was in order to facilitate new fans.
Well, didn't you see the video where Joe, good old Joe Roman Reigns annoy?
Ah, yes.
From you star of the new Street Fighter film. Did you happen to see?
He's looking great, by the way, as Akama. I loved him as Akama.
Yeah, didn't you see him? No. Joe Roman Reigns annoy? Yeah, he was at the end of the video package with a little smirk. I'm like, yeah, you're not John Cena, motherfucker. I'm sorry. That never will be.
Did he not lick his lips and hold up a hot dog? I'm just saying.
Fucking cool.
Radical 808 says, not for $9.99. He says Cena's last great match was with Cody at SummerSlam. You know, it's kind of funny that you say that because I was looking up. I'm like, you know what's really interesting to me? What do these big, weighty websites have to say about John Cena's career? And I came across ESPN's article. And during the whole thing, I'm like, oh, okay, ESPN, they're in bed with WWE, right? They got to have something great to say about John Cena's career. And they had what was John Cena's greatest match and his career highlights. And what was it? The second match, the second greatest match that John Cena had, Joe, take a wild guess.
I think you might have already spoiled this for me. Was it John Cena versus The Big Show?
Yeah, WrestleMania 20. John Cena versus The Big Show. Tell me ESPN has never watched wrestling. The fuck?
Perfect. Absolutely. That's totally what it was. Yeah, no, this is it though. Cena is that guy. He's an iconic figure in wrestling. He's defining an era that was somewhere between the past where it wasn't all completely absorbed by the internet and the proverbial IWC and Smark Ring of Honor, which then morphed into the AEW, blah, blah, blah. And this is what you get.
But now you have WI stuff, right? This is like the list. At least the ROH people and those fans that transferred over and even the indie Smarks and stuff like that, at least they have a grasp of what makes the crowd cheer. This is just Big Show. ESPN said Big Show.
Right.
Wow. He must be feeling great right now. Is he writing for did he write this article? I'm just curious.
Wait, who wrote this? Wall Pite? Who's Wall Pite?
Ravens fan 842 for 5 says, what's going to happen when all of the superstars are retired in 5 years? I don't know. That's what's blowing my mind. You say 5 years. I think they can get it done in 2. I think you can clear out that locker room in 2 years.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they're going to accelerate this process apparently because a lot of these guys,
it's free money. You're going to play on people's tears and emotions for the next 2 years. That is how TKO is going to keep ratings up. That's how they're going to keep people around. AJ Styles getting ready to go. Rey Mysterio getting ready to go. Like, these guys are going to draw big. But it's like, okay, you've only got so many popcorns to pop over here before who's left.
Well, do you know what's going to be really funny is when Kansas City outbids any place in California and we retire Rey Mysterio in Missouri.
Yes.
That'll
Oh
make
my
sense.
God. I'll go to
Yeah, yeah.
that. I'll go
Won't
front
that
row to that.
won't that be good? They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, we should probably retire Rey Mysterio in an area with a heavy Latin American population. They're like,
Oklahoma.
yeah, well, they offered us the most money, so
And who's it sponsored by? Taco Bell? Oh, say it ain't so.
yeah, no, Hardee's.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
of
that's
course. Checkers.
not
Checkers
even
never did.
they're not even gonna try to give them fake
Right.
fake Mexican food. Like, brought to you by Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich.
Brought to you by Target. And speaking of Target, Rey Mysterio's walking down to the ring right now.
Now, how do you say Target in Spanish? Tajay? Whoa, I am learning a new language.
Street Fighter for 10 says, I don't think fans are upset that Cena lost. It's the fact that he tapped. People paid all that money for 4 matches and got a hot dog and a 5-knuckle shuffle. Hey, that was a commemorative hot dog, sir. Did you not see the cookie, the John Cena wrapped napkin cookie that she was eating? And I'm like, Joe, everything there must have been commemorative. There must have been commemorative cups, commemorative nachos, commemorative dogs.
Well, dude, just even the fact that before the thing was even, once again, on the pre-show, even started, they were sitting there going, look at all this merch. Look at all this merch. Merch. There's more merch. There's more of it. Look, there's more of it. Look at this. You want this? You want that? You want this? You want that? If anything, the funniest thing to me, and I sent it to you earlier, was the fact that the Patriots put up a thing for Cena where it was like a commemorative towel with the Patriots logo on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but in my mind, I'm so adjusted to WWE trying to scrape every fucking nickel off of you. I go, I can't believe that's not for sale.
Right.
I figured I'm like, the Patriots didn't even have that immediately ready to sell 2 weeks before Christmas because
they were actually just looking to see how many likes it gets. And then they were just going to start, rushing out pre-orders. So
yeah, right. Well, they had to know they would get a ton.
Of course.
They would had to have known. They might as well just dude, they could have printed 20,000 of those things and then
it all sold out.
Yeah. And even if it didn't sell out, they could just put them on the seats at the next fucking
right.
at the next game, and people would have been like, "This rules," Yeah. It would have been an easy seat.
I'd like to see if the Patriots or anybody else does anything special for him now that he's gone. And I wonder if he's going to be doing more of the obviously he's going to do more of the interview tour, but kind of curious to see what he does from here on out. But regular fan for another 2 says, you fucked up chance for deserve for this booking. Yeah, the barrage of booze and hatred towards poor little H. Yeah. Poor little H walking out to that ring. I think it's deserved in a lot of ways. Like you opened up the show saying that there's just something off about this whole thing. And I agree. It was very overly produced. It just didn't feel like something that was really given the proper time. But I don't know if that's because of the last 6 months. I don't know if that's because they just didn't have any ideas for Saturday night's main event, even though they've been going into it for a while now. I don't know what it is, but it feels like it was poorly planned. So the fact that the fans were audibly upset at the arena, I think it's deserved. I honestly, and usually I don't try to shit on Triple H because, I give him a pass on a lot of things, and I might give him an unfair pass to most things. But this one, no, this one is a huge fuck up. This should have been TKO, Nick Khan, Triple H, Stephanie, everybody, the powers that be, John Cena. Everybody should have been working in unison to make this fucking special.
And instead, it was just mostly video packages and bullshit.
Oh, that was horrible. Yeah. That video package was awful. It was so bad, I got to go back and watch it again because I was just laughing too hard at Cena hanging on the ropes, Joe, because they had like a little picture-in-picture, right? Like they're showing you this touching moments like, oh, look, that's my mom. My mom is on the screen. And he's leaning on there and he's like looking at the crowd and he's paying real deep attention. I'm like, John Cena doesn't care about this shit.
No. I gotta also think to myself for a moment, and it's funny because maybe we're displacing this whole, should John Cena be retired here? Or it should have happened at a WrestleMania, because obviously it should have happened at a
Yes,
WrestleMania, right?
absolutely.
But is this one of those moments where this wasn't WWE calling it, instead it's John just trying to get out? Maybe
Maybe,
that's maybe that's it.
but
Like
you know what? Even still, then you make fucking exceptions for your number one guy.
no, but I mean maybe he was like, I'm just needing to maybe he's trying to make his way for the door. He knows something is coming up. He knows that he's just
Well, that's why
trying.
I asked you about
Yeah,
the symbolism of him dropping everything on top of the Rita thing. You know,
maybe, I don't know. Honest to God, it's somewhere in my mind, and like I keep thinking about a coworker of mine who lived farther away from work and wanted to move closer, so was able to get a house on a short sale, which it doesn't happen in our area. It's just it doesn't. And it doesn't happen in a lot of places anymore because it's really fucking hard to find a house, find one that's within your price range. But the realtor told her that it was a couple who were divorcing and they just wanted to sell the fucking house.
oh,
And or should I say the husband wanted out. And I was thinking to myself, I'm going, oh yeah, that guy cheated. He fucked up real bad, to where it's like you got this big beautiful house and you're like, I just got to sell it. I got to get the fuck out of here. And it's like, is that what happened with Cena here? He
yeah,
was like,
maybe.
I got cheated on and I just got to sell this fucking house. I mean, I'll lose a couple $100,000 if it means I can just go on with my life.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe that's the only reason I could think as to why it's happening. Like I said, in the middle of December instead of in Las Vegas in front of 70 fucking thousand people. I don't know.
Ritasaurus says for two, will Gunther retire Lesnar? If not, will Braun?
I mean, might as well. Honestly, I mean, why not go in that direction? Because who else is it gonna be? Like, it's like, obviously Gunther is the right guy for this job. If we're going from the mindset of, like I said, it's wrestling and we're trying to build stars for the future or whatever, which I don't know if WWE even really understands that or cares to.
Hmm.
But I guess.
Well, I think
Right.
they do, because isn't that what tonight was? Like, I know we've been really spending a majority of time on Cena, as we should, but WWE did highlight 4 new talents out there that really haven't had much WWE mainstream television time, or if any, other than NXT. So, I mean, that an attempt was made, right? Or technically 5 if you want to count JoJo Siwa standing on the outside of the ring.
Oh yeah, that was an odd choice. I guess because Bird Girl was out there, which, by the way, it was nice of Bird Girl to wear her finest pajama shirt.
Oh man, I love that she's a
Uh,
metalhead. That's so cool.
Is that the case, or is she just a girl who buys shit at Hot Topic?
Yeah, she's just wearing her Halloween costume.
Yeah, it looks like she borrowed like her boyfriend's old stinky shirt to go like run and get something at the fucking convenience store, and that's what she's wearing out to John Cena's retirement match show. But
Patrick O'Connell says, in a serious note, I'm actually scared for Punk's retirement if this is how you treat Cena. Also, Goldberg has nothing to bitch about now. Yeah, I mean, I guess
don't worry, he
kinda,
still will. He still
yeah,
will.
he'll figure out something. But I agree. The Punk thing is a little bit worrisome, because that's like, arguably Punk is another one of those guys that should be a big fanfare, more than really a lot of other people. Like Rey Mysterio should absolutely get tons of props. But I think CM Punk was another guy that drew a lot of people into WWE. His pipe bomb promos, even especially early in his career against John Cena, against the establishment, John Cena was something that fans bid onto. And even if they didn't like the straight edge society stuff or whatever else, there were still moments in CM Punk's career that people follow him. People flocked to him. People went back into his catalog and his library from the ROH days and even IWA Mid-South and all these other places, just to understand more about the character. And if WWE is going to give this to Cena, I mean, where are they going to retire Punk? Anchorage?
CM Punk Well, you people used to think it stood for Chicago made, but it actually meant
Cold.
Chattanooga made.
Cold man punk, because we're in Anchorage, Alaska, everybody.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Just him up there, he's doing his final run. He's with a bunch of husky.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Huskies down to the ring. That'd be great. Yeah, it's outdoor too. Oh, fantastic.
Just doing the Adirondack. That's what you want to do as a Chicago punk for your last match.
Dave Byrne for €2 says, I think Cena had booked tonight. It was a weird one.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? A door is opening for you. In more than 60 countries, Peace Corps volunteers are working hand in hand with welcoming communities, bringing purpose, passion, and joy to building a better world. From protecting coastal resources in the Philippines to mentoring youth in Morocco, from economic development in Colombia to education in South Africa. We learn more, give more. We share freely, making change that can transform lives for generations. Together. Are you ready to go the distance to make a difference? We have openings around the world, and we have a place where you belong. The Peace Corps. Join us.
It was a weird one. Yeah, I mean, it made sense that Gunther won, right? Like that's what's supposed to happen. I think just the tapping out was a little silly. Overall, the match was fine. I really did enjoy. I mean, if we're going to talk about the structure of the match, I love that John Cena went into, you guys got to cheer me. This is the last knuckle shuffle, the last one. And everybody's like, oh, okay. And then the cheers started coming up. And Gunther's like, fuck you, this is a match. Reverse, suplex. I'm like, oh, okay, that's
choke.
Yeah.
No, dude, it was just very fucking odd to have them do that. It probably should have just been Dom. Dom should have just fucking eaten a pin. I'm really starting to just lean in that direction because, yes, everyone was going to bitch one way or the other. And I get it. I'm bitching here too.
But no Dom would have lost because Dom he has a strong enough character that wins and losses don't matter. They just want to see Dom.
Exactly.
And he's getting to that point. And arguably, he might be the only one that I can actually see has a long way to go before he even hits a ceiling. Like I love Gunther. But Gunther is a one-note guy. And I don't mean that in a bad way because the note that he plays is amazing. He is an amazing foreign heel. And at some point, I'd like to see him and Rusev buddy up a little bit. But it's Dom is international, truly fucking international. The stuff that he's doing down in AAA, he's getting everybody into him. And honestly, there's going to be a lot of weight on that guy's shoulders going forward. So
honestly, and it seems kind of now here we are, it's like completely in a past tense. It's like we already fucking ate dinner. And I'm like, where else we should have eaten for dinner. But truly, if they'd have done a tag match as John Cena's last match, him and Randy versus whomever and whomever, I would have also been fine with that.
John Smith for 5 says, tell kids to fight cancer, but taps out to an angry looking Austrian. Thank you, Minute Maid, for bringing us to the precipice of nihilism.
That's like
Jesus.
And that's like I said, him looking at the camera with this look on his face, like, actually, do give up.
Yeah. Yeah, just quit.
You know what? Maybe give up is a good idea. Like, still so weird. I would have rather him gotten fucking completely passed out, choked out, no fucking recourse.
Because even Gunther set it up on Monday. He's like, I'm going to make him give up. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, cool. But at the same time, why is he
honestly, when he tapped out, Gunther shouldn't have stopped. If they really want to play that
Oh.
right, oh yeah, you tapped out. That's nice. I'm not done yet. I'm not finished with you yet. Like Gunther should have kept going. And then it would have made it uncomfortable for the audience. And then the audience would have gotten angry. And Gunther would have kept going. And you do it to this point where maybe you get to the point where, they're hitting the bell and somebody comes down to the ring. And then you have the feel-good moment of everybody in the locker room comes out to save Cena. And Gunther just laughs as he walks up the ramp, kind of going, see,
that's when you send out Randy to like try to pull him off of him or something. And then you have Randy versus Gunther and you set something up.
Right.
Instead, like you said, it was like, all right, everybody sit around and watch the video.
Yeah. It was like we were in class or something, It's just,
and that's it. It's like they go for these, this is your moment life, this is your moment, this is your life, whatever shit. And it just didn't hit, at least in my opinion, didn't hit.
Nick Raymond for 5 says, fucking you on the way out, brought to you by a major company. I stopped watching years ago, but I can't quit listening to you guys and Cornette rip it.
Well, thank you. But this is also, and I said this to you before we got on, I'm like, this is what happens with, when are people going to finally put together this idea where it's like corporate shit? They don't make anything better. They're never making anything. They're not improving anything on any level.
Oh, they are. Their wallets are doing just fine.
Yeah. 500 people get to enjoy it. There was some fucking meme I saw where it's just like right now it's like 500 people live on the planet and like get to enjoy it, and everyone else is just a supporting cast to their fucking lives. But no, like that's what it is like you look at it and you go, well, I guess we can just completely corporatize this. There's no emotion behind it. There's no feeling behind it. But then I guess to some extent, for the people that have been watching Cena who weren't children or viewing it with a critical lens, that's what Cena's been all along. So I don't know what to really look for.
Oh, we have a bunch more super chats to hit up. But
by the way, thank you for that, guys. We're getting a lot coming in. I mean, it's kind of a hot topic, I guess, when the most important guy of the 2000s has quit wrestling.
Well, it's not even just that. There's a few people in here that said that they're done with WWE. They're done with wrestling. And this is one of those moments I believe them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there is
a lot
of people that will be listening to Wrestling Soup for their very last time this week.
which I mean, please check us out. I mean, we'll talk about it. Just, hang out with us.
We talk about other things on Friday, at least on the Patreon.
Right, we'll talk about it. I mean, I'm telling you right now, you think you'll be done fully with wrestling. You'll never
go back. Everybody goes back. You know what? You'll dip your toe in. Maybe you'll watch the Rumble. You'll watch some highlights going into WrestleMania. But you might be done as far as sacrificing 9 hours a week to the almighty SmackDown, Raw, and NXT gods.
Towards having 3 apps that cost X amount of dollars running at all times to do these things. Like I said, I had the Peacock thing on, and they're like, well, here's Cena's last, and it just completely shits out.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't you know what? If this was Money in the Bank, and they were like, oh, well, the end of Money in the Bank kind of went kaputs, I'd be like, well, okay, that kind of sucks, but shucks. I'm like,
let me hit this one up before we get ready to move on a little bit.
Yeah.
From Maximus Alex for 50. Thank you so much.
That's fucking awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
It's ridiculous. In interviews, Cena gave over the last week or so that he said he offered them 220 days, and they told him that they only needed him for 39.
Oh, my God.
The look on his face at the end says it all. He's disappointed, but it's over.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that is what I called earlier, saying that it's just the guy trying to sell the house because nasty divorce.
Yeah.
Wow. Just 39, trying to
220, and they only gave him 39.
Yep.
Cena was wow.
Yeah, Cena was trying to give him something. Yeah, he's just putting all his shit up cheap on Facebook Marketplace. He's moving to fucking Cincinnati. Like getting the fuck out of Dodge. I don't know.
Well, I mean, let's get into the basics of it. I mean, we opened up tonight's show in Washington, D.C. at the hollowed out Walmart. And we had Joe Testicle and Stephanie McMahon standing on a table talking about Cena a little bit. And then we had like Cody Rhodes and Obafemi opening up the initial opening match, which it was fine for what it was. I think the crowd was impressed with Femi.
Yeah, and you could tell he still had a little bit of an oh shit look on his face. I mean, it is overwhelming for this dude. I feel like the biggest crowd he's probably wrestled in front of at this point was a few thousand people. And this was obviously a very, very big moment and a big break for the guy.
Yeah.
But there was nothing particularly wrong with the match. I still feel like the end, I called it on Thursday. I'm like, they're going to do some sort of DQ or whatever.
Yep. Oh, of course.
But like, just for it to be Drew,
I don't understand that one either. And they were like, oh, but they have a history going back. And I'm like, yeah, but wasn't Drew just motherfucking CM Punk like a month ago again?
Yeah.
Drew just doesn't like anybody, I think, at this point is what they're.
Drew at this point is like the biggest, most gigantic little shit stirrer.
Yes.
It makes no sense. It's like this giant, jacked Scottish guy with like long hair and this menacing scowl. But at the same time, he's a little, he's like the Miz. Like the Miz was for years, where it's just like, oh, he's just here to be a little pissant, which Miz, to nobody's surprise, was a pissant on the show.
Yeah.
But it's like, then I don't know, give Drew a haircut, tell him to stop lifting so many fucking weights, because
stop looking good.
Yeah, I mean, get a belly, dude. Eat some eat some Pop-Tarts, gain some weight.
Just hang out with the War Raiders. Get a little weight on you.
Get on the Ivar diet for about 2.5 weeks. You should
get some dirty feet. You can fill in Valhalla's spot.
So what you're saying is I got to eat all these fucking Oreos?
Well, he's already got the dress and the legs, right? That's all he needs is some Oreos and some dirty feet.
That's a good point. He's already got half the gear. Now he's just got to smear poo on his face. And it'll be okay. It'll be on the way.
But yeah, Drew got involved. Cody got split open by the side of the head or the ear. I wasn't really sure. There was a little bit of blood coming off the side of his face at the end of it. The whole match ended up in a no contest. But yeah, that was the opener. Then we got a lot of Cena tributes from random heads. Becky did kind of make me laugh because she's like, you got a few more years in you. And I was just like, oh, that was kind of cute. Anyways.
Well, the good thing is about seeing Becky is that we were like, well, we don't have to see Seth.
We joked, but I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if Seth shows up in the main event somehow.
I cannot believe.
Were you surprised?
Yeah. I figured he'd at least show up in some capacity on the show. Because in my mind, I'm going, there's no way this guy isn't going to do something to kind of be like, look, I'm important. Look, I'm as important as these people. Like, I would have sworn that that's what he would have done. But I don't know. Maybe I know he's doing like sports commentary on whatever Fox Sports 1 or something. I don't know. Yeah. So maybe that's it. Maybe he's gearing up for the football games tomorrow, which is obviously something he should be doing instead. And I mean that sarcastically, but also I'd rather have him do that than be on WWE TV. So I'm not complaining. Stay wherever the fuck you are, Seth. We're good there.
Bailey versus Sol Ruca.
This is the fight you've been waiting for me to take. It's time to finally knock out Anthony Joshua.
Jake Paul's dreams are about to turn into his biggest nightmare.
This fight will shock the world. Friday, December 19th.
Live only on Netflix.
This was
interesting. This was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice. And
not bad.
Fine match. And obviously, we pointed out a tire of JoJo Siwa and
yeah, who does that girl have pictures of? Why is she always on this? Why is she always on the NXT? Is she supposed to be her manager or something?
No, she's a wrestler. I mean,
Then
that's,
why is this girl in like weird new metal shit following out the surfer girl?
Because they're the opposites attracting. It's like Kane and Daniel Bryan.
Oh, Tajiri and William Regal. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Where she's like, this is my new metal fucking stuffy that I bring everywhere with me. It's like, yeah, I don't get it.
Or Bailey and Bird Girl. Opposites attract, guys. Isn't that what everybody likes? Opposites attract, everybody.
But by the way, neither of them did anything of any value in the match. So what was the point?
No, it was fine. Sol Ruka was doing actually really well.
No. I mean the two new metal girl and Bird Girl.
Oh, did you miss the time that she hit the ring with her hands?
Oh, that's a good
And then
point.
there was a time that Bird Girl was clapping. Like, I mean, Joe, these are important things that add value to a match. Like, I wouldn't know to cheer unless Bird Girl was clapping for me first. I'm like, I'm supposed to cheer now.
Well, but I guess to some extent, at least Bird Girl is in an active tag team with Bailey.
Yes.
But the other one, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't know. This gave me a little bit of Tom McGee vibes. I think Sol Ruka is good.
Oh, yeah. No, I love her.
I think she's pretty good.
I've made jokes about her being like the new Daisy Hayes, but believe me, that's not a slight at all. So
no, she will get better in a lot of respects. I think that honestly, the finish might be all she fucking needs. Yeah, I think she might be able to get over on the main roster just doing the fucking finish.
Yeah, but Bailey took the L. Joe, were you very surprised by that?
I am shocked. I cannot believe that Bailey lost, which Bailey came out. She hugged Trish. She hugged Eve Torres, who Eve Torres looked fantastic. I haven't seen her in like 20 fucking years, I feel like. But also at the same time, I'm like, what a weird, there's some weird people there. I'm like, was Eve Torres did she date Cena? Was she friends?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is like, why Eve Torres and why the front row?
Were they pals that we just didn't know? Like, did they have like a long relationship? Like I said, even a friendship.
I was like, well, why not Mickie James? And then I was like, oh.
Yeah, womp womp.
Oh, all right.
That's not going to be.
Why not Nikki Bella?
Oh.
I was genuinely surprised Nikki wasn't out there. I really was. In a weird way. Look, we know that the relationship broke up and everything, but supposedly they're still buddies and they're still friends and pals and stuff, right? I thought maybe Nikki would come down there. I'm not saying like she was going to run to the ring, throw her arms around him, give him a big smooch on the side of the cheek or nothing, but I don't know. It was weird. Going back to the Cena thing, I'm sorry. It was fucking weird. Just a lot of things. All right, but
well, Elias was there too, so I mean,
oh yeah, that made sense. For some reason,
it was really there were some odd people in that little kitty corner over there, and Van Dam, who I love Van Dam, but I was like, what did they just send out like a group text?
Oh yeah, no, I mean you didn't enjoy The Rock reading off of his forearm again, that script.
Oh God, that's him and Taker. I mean, even at this point,
really weird.
Dude, listen, everybody, when Taker started doing the podcast and you and I were like, can you not? It was like, are you guys being haters or blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, no, this is not for him. This is not something that will be, but all it has done since he has started speaking more actively has revealed him to be such a fucking phony cornball. God, with his phony fucking Christian grating wife. Like, no, thank you. No fucking thank you. And you said it too. You were like, can these guys do anything resembling sounding like genuine people?
Oh, it was scripted. Somebody's writer made those scripts for those guys. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Rock sounds like he's reading for a movie. You know,
the Rock was like, I'm really just so happy for you, John. I can't believe that this amazing career that you have had is now coming to an end. I'm like, oh my, just stop it. Just stop it, dude.
And
Nobody
take her with the guys like us kind of line. And I'm just like,
ugh. Yeah, just no.
Big Fan 2 says, next up, AJ's retirement sponsored by Jude Wipes.
They don't wash none.
Yeah.
They don't wipe none? That's
Jose Gee for 5 says, triple harem, destroying any good reputation he had built in these past 10 years in just 1 year. Yeah, it has been a rough year for Triple H. And again, I'm usually the guy kind of tap dancing along with him because I think that there's a lot of good that should come from a guy like Triple H. But I don't know. It's moments like this that you have to really look and go, man, maybe you should pass the book over to somebody else. And it's not like there isn't other people that are around that could do a good job as well. Look at what Sean's doing in NXT. Like it's a really weird thing that he doesn't take more I guess input, or maybe he does and we just don't know it, but it just feels like there's a lot of input, or there's a lot of just bad decisions being made or poor decisions being made that maybe they sounded great on paper, but in execution they come out completely differently. Because look, let's be honest here, right? There's no way that I believe, and maybe other people do, but I believe Triple H genuinely wanted Cena's retirement, whether it was cut short by 200 days or not. I believe that Triple H wanted Cena's retirement to truly be a big thing. He likes big things. This is the guy that came out as a fucking Terminator at WrestleMania. Like, he likes the big atmosphere. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, of course he wants John Cena to have that big atmosphere. This is an important moment. This is his final match. This is a changing of the guard, if you will. Why wouldn't you want it? And maybe he had notes, Joe. Maybe he had an entire portfolio just full of nothing but great ideas. And they said yes and yes and yes and yes. And whatever happened from the point of discussing this around a table with the other peers of his to the execution of it, it feels like it was lost along the way completely.
Well, that was it. This is once again the corporate filter. Right. Everybody that has ever heard any of these, creative stories about a director that's writing a movie, and then the big wigs step in and they go, yeah, I know this movie's about a boy and his dog, but what if we get rid of the boy and the dog? I'm like, wait, what? That's the whole movie. And
what if we added Danny DeVito with a machine gun? I was like, oh, well,
They're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. They're like, you know what? I think you just got to be more positive about our vision. You know what I mean?
HIV positive?
Yeah. I mean, that's it. It's like you're over here. You guys are just counting away the days. You guys are just looking at this going, hey, what about if we do the story about the dog that plays basketball? And instead of that, why don't we just instead do the movie about Tom Hanks in Philadelphia? Well, right. I'm sorry. I was trying to play off your positive joke there, but I don't know. Well, I guess it's just hard to stay positive after tonight.
We got Dirty Bird 5 says, if WWE is ending the sports entertainment era, they should have Cena take Seth with him out the door. I mean, we don't want him to leave that big of a baby face, do we? Like,
yeah, right. Him and Seth, just Thelma and Louise themselves together.
Seth is crying and screaming, and Cena's just dragging him out by a foot.
No, which that's it. It's like I look at this and I go, I guess this is the future of this, huh? State Cop.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah, no, Seth Rollins is going to get even more TV time now. He's going to be the focal center, and the problem is it should be more focused around Cody Rhodes, at least a little bit. I mean, if this is going to be their guy, I don't understand why they're putting so much behind Seth. Oh, I know why.
Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 3.9% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra heavy-duty models.
Sorry.
Right.
but it's just you're wasting time with Seth Rollins. It shouldn't be the Seth Rollins show. And I know he's not even there right now, but it's like we're still so damaged. I'm still suffering like PT Seth, disorder.
PTSD. Well, that's it. We just know someone has become just absolutely fucking unbelievably insufferable when he's gone for 3 more months and we're still dreading it. It's like when you get out of work at a job that you hate on Friday and you're already afraid of Monday.
It's like your principal called home and you got to go home and your dad's waiting at home with a belt and you know what's coming. You know what's coming, but you have to go home. There's nowhere else for you to go. Sure, you can go to your friend's house for an hour and I'm doing some homework playing Nintendo because you're trying to get it in because you know you're not going to see a Nintendo for the night. I'm just living a flashback here, guys. That's all. I'm sorry.
You're like, I couldn't imagine such a thing.
Yeah. Ziggler Fan for 2 says, don't worry, Joe. We still have Seth for another decade.
Oh, yeah. He'll just keep, I got stem cells. Like, oh. Don't worry, I'm still here.
Nick Raymond says, for 5, just watch. He'll somehow convince enough people that guys like Joe Hendry, Hayes, Saints, and Lizard Man are top guys when the current top guys retire. And the problem is they're going to do it after they retire. That's the problem. They should be establishing some of these guys or trying something now. Like, I think tonight was a good move, but it's just, was that the hint? Well, AJ is going to retire, right? Is Bailey next? Is Bailey going to retire? Is that why she was up against Saruka? Is Cody going to retire? Is that why he's up against Oba Femi?
That'd be great if Cody was just like, thank you, John, for passing the torch. I'm off to be a movie star now.
And Roman's still like, I'm the big dog. And I was like, all right.
Roman's like, I think I'm gonna transfer this Street Fighter role into some big pictures, which, by the way, maybe that's the best thing that could happen to wrestling is the movie industry collapsing. Because if you think you're like, yeah, I'm going to become a movie star, it's like, that's not even a thing anymore.
Oh, no, of course not. Look at MJF.
Yeah, right. That he got that Gilmore role. That's it.
Oh, DJ, much love. DJ for 5. Nice to see him again. He's our old school YouTube guy. Cena can be so cold and weird in public. Tonight was the night that he should have shed a tear to show his appreciation of the fans. Just weird. Much love. Yeah, we talked about this a couple times. I really think he should have had a speech. I really do. For as much as they wanted to shoehorn that music video in there, Joe, he really should have had a 5-minute speech. I'm sure John Cena could have come up with something really nice to say. Clearly, he loves the fans. He doesn't want to break. That's the weird thing, too. Do you remember when The Rock left?
Oh, yeah.
And people were kind of jaded about The Rock for years. Like, they didn't know how to feel. Like, some people still cheered the guy and went to his movies. And other people were like, fuck that guy. I don't think that even the people that are happy that he's gone, and maybe I'm just projecting, but I don't think they have ill will towards the guy. No one wants John Cena to end up like a bum, right?
Yeah. Nor do they think that's a thing that will happen. That I also think too. And, but Mitch, this is also where I think that Cena was ready to go because of shit like the lack of tears and the emotion lead me to believe it's like, yeah, the crying's done. The crying's done. The papers have been signed. The house has been sold. Everything's done. You're on your way. You can't feel sad anymore.
Maybe, but there's that moment where you're facing it. There's that moment when you actually walk out the door for the last time. That's emotional, right? Like you can get all that done. You can get the paperwork done, and maybe you can even sign your name on the divorce papers. But until that lawyer finalizes, until the stamp comes down, until a judge says, that's it, you're done, like there's always this weird hanger-on of emotion. And I assume
maybe if you were signing those divorce papers, Miss, you looked up and the lawyer looked at you and said, this divorce brought to you by Minute Maid. Maybe that's when you go, okay, I think it's really.
The lawyer says, "I'll see you in Saudi Arabia."
The lawyer says, this divorce brought to you by Saudi Arabia Tourism.
Uber Eats, grocery delivery. Download today and get started.
Come here. We're probably not going to kill you.
Dirty Bird for Two says Punk will retire at Pizzeria Uno in Iowa. Perfect.
That is
Fucking perfect. Yeah.
That is the move. Maybe that's what they could do. They could be like CM Punk. The P stands for pizza.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
Yeah. Well,
Pizza
I mean,
Man Punk. Yep. There you go.
Oh,
PM Punk.
Oh, how can we make that into CM Punk more like JP Morgan? Like maybe something like that?
Jesus.
Let's just be as gross of corporate pig whores as we can be and completely sell these people's lives' work away for nothing. That's a good
James
idea.
Robinson for an Aussie 5 says, honestly, while underwhelming, Gunther making him tap is how it has always been. Go out on your shield. Decent match, but the ending was right. And I'll
Just
give
the
you some
face.
credence, right?
Just the
I
face.
don't think it should have been just the tap. I think Gunther should have went further in. They were already chanting "fuck you, Gunther." Like they had already broken that mold. Like they had to have YouTube censor all this naughty language and stuff. It's like if Gunther's already drawing that kind of heat, why not go the next level? This is John Cena's retirement, and you're Gunther. You want to ruin this moment. John Cena tapped. He lost the match. That's great. Keep fucking going. You know?
Yeah, that's it too. That is a good point. Where if you're gonna, invest in this in the way that you wanted to, Gunther shouldn't just roll out of the ring and put his arms up like hooray.
Yeah.
Like you really just go the extra mile, really solidify he's a piece of shit. I mean, really, really solidify he's a piece of shit.
Ziggler fan for another 2. Much love, Duder. Joe Hendry is the future of WWE that I tap out. Yeah, the Joe Hendry bit.
Nah, he's not going to be. Yeah. If anything, I'm surprised he even got the reaction he did on this. And that's not like a slight on him. It's just like anything else. The memes and that kind of yuck thing, it dies out. There's a reason why WWE, I'm sure, when he's out of his lucrative AEW contract, won't be like millions are to be made with Danhausen.
Is Joe Hendry 2026 Fandango?
Oh, that would be a great outcome for him, honestly. At this point, if he could make it last another year. I mean, how long has the Joe Hendry turning around fast thing gone on?
Yeah, but they really haven't pulled that card on mainstream WWE yet. A little bit. You got a little taste here and there, but I don't think the WWE machine has been around marketing Joe Hendry yet. Joe Hendry.
Well, Hendry's an odd last name to say. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like all the money that they could have made from him has already kind of come and gone.
Wow.
He's a good little character. You can, like you said, have him show up every now and then. He's good in TNA. He can play that kind of character in that role. But I don't know. I don't see that being somebody that's on television every week making him money. Just
DX
don't.
Extreme WE for 5 says, I hated how Cena tapped. Smile and the lightest tap. This is only okay in my book if the idea is Gunther AJ at Mania with AJ winning.
Yeah, like I said, I just hated the smirk on his face. Well, I guess it's time to give up. Like that to me was the biggest issue with it. Should have gone out completely fucking cold, choked out. What it was, not that though. Ugh, not great.
Next match, let's talk about the Leon Slater, Javon Evans, AJ Styles, and Dragon Lee match. Man, AEW was missing a match, huh?
Oh man,
I'm sorry.
it's a little too fast, too spotty.
Yeah, it's not my style. And I know there's people that love this stuff, and that's great. AJ almost fucking killed himself on the ropes there, trying to keep up with people half his age, a quarter of his age. Yeah, I just not a fan of it. I get it. Their moves looked crisp. Obviously, they were showing what was it? Leon Slater clearing the pipe by a half an inch, which was crazy. It was a crazy jump, right? They get some crazy height. Obviously, they made the Montez Ford attachment too. And I think that's great for the shock factor, but nobody sells. Everybody gets up right after this shit hits. And it's like, oh, I'm back on my feet. Like, that's why.
Shop bestsellers at Ashley, where no matter what your holiday traditions are, you're always at home. Whether you're making extra room with our extendable dining tables or decorating with your own festive flair, shop holiday deals and make lifelong memories with Ashley.
All right. Whatever.
Do you know what I will? I know that they probably didn't have a terribly long amount of time because they had to fill it with the same video package over and 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 over again. But I would have loved to have seen these guys just have a regular ass tag match because I think that at least I've seen Javon wrestle enough. I haven't seen Leon Slater wrestle enough, but I think that they could have had a really good. Well, never mind, because it's babyface versus babyface. They kind of put themselves in a position where that wasn't even an option. It had to just be flippity do fucking spot. Look at this, isn't that crazy? Because once again, it's like if you had two heels as your champions and you had two young baby faces who could go out there and do these kinds of like flashy shit and sell and work from underneath, you could do that, but like. You're not going to get that with Dragon Lee. Do you know what I mean? Like,
sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Just not great.
Let's see. I mean, yeah, it's what it is. For two, Jacoby says all I could focus on was Sol. Yeah, Sol Ruka. She's gorgeous. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, she's certainly she's got a lot of positives.
I mean. I will say this: if you guys paid close enough attention, you could actually see her soul during the pin. You could see Ruka's soul during that pin. Just saying.
Yeah, there were multiple instances.
That was a choice of wardrobe. That's I know.
Well, I think she's just so insanely athletic and long. Like her frame is so long and lean that you're just gonna kind of. Not much is going to be able to be left to the imagination unless she's wearing a burqa. Let's put it that way. Thanks, Aussie.
You're welcome. Jesus. AJ Hernandez for 5 says, I kept thinking Triple H was jealous that he was never able to have his own retirement tour because of his heart issues.
That's possible. I wouldn't rule it out.
That's evil, though. That you would. I mean, let's break that down for a second. I like where AJ Hernandez is going on this. If you really break that down, then that means that all the people that have loved Cena, and I'm not even talking about just the fans, I'm talking about within the company, all the people that loved Cena, regardless of Wade Barrett and Guy Byron Saxton or whatever.
Joey Spaghetti-Tony or whatever. Yeah.
Right. Like, you have to think of all the money that he's made the company and he's made Triple H and he's made everybody else to be so self-centered that you would tank this man's career ending, right? To tank his retirement because you didn't get your own version of a retirement.
Ego's a hell of a drug.
Fuck, I don't. You know what? I'll never understand that. That's fine. Patrick Connor for 5 says, if people wanted LA Knights, this match would bury him more than he is already.
Well, I mean, that dude could just eat losses now left and right, I guess. Him, Drew, they're just jacked losers, which is just like, to some extent, I said the other day, and I'm surprised I didn't get more blowback on it, but it's like one of the main things that I've made fun of AEW for, or many of the main things that I've made fun of them for, WWE is now starting to do. Where it's like, oh, you more jacked and over? Time for you to get your fucking ass kicked all the time.
Yeah.
It's like they're kind of getting to that point. They're starting to do those things too. But yeah, I mean, no, there's no way Knight would have just been, you would have just lost the match, right? Wouldn't that have been what it was?
Gunther has an allure to him too. He has a history of being this badass. Like LA Knight is in this weird middle of the road point for his career. He shouldn't be, right? Like the fans have clearly dictated to WWE at multiple points that they wanted LA Knight to be the guy, but they keep pulling the rug on him. They keep pulling the rug on this guy with Seth Rollins, with other people, and it's kind of like it's gotten to the point that he's everybody's favorite lovable loser. And Gunther, on the other hand, has an allure to him. He has a future career. He's going to be the big bad for a lot of people down the road. So it makes sense that they give John Cena's soul to Gunther. Ziggler fan for 5 says, no Randy Orton, but at least we had Andrew Schultz there. Did we? I missed the Andrew Schultz sighting.
I didn't see him. Was he there? Was he there slapping the guy's leg next to him over and over and over again?
Yeah. Was he telling jokes? Because that crowd was dead for a few of these matches.
Yeah. Was he sitting next to Mark Henry going, yo, dog, I'm just like you, G?
They say I'm unproven, that I talk big and fight small.
It's time for America to see real power. Who's still talking when this right hand flies?
This is the fight that shuts everyone up.
This is the fight that shuts man down.
Good. Campbell's. Good.
Was he creeping on Eve Torres? Maybe trying to get some of her cookie? They also cheered Vince's image on screen as loud as they booed Triple H, and that says a lot. Yeah, I mean,
that's, you know, that you've really done something indeed, when we've gotten to a point where we're like, listen, this guy poops on women and abuses people. And we've released a 7-part Netflix documentary on what a terrible person he is. And people are like, yeah, but.
Right. But exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. The tickets were $40. I mean, I'm just saying.
That's the appropriate price to pay from a man that poops on women's heads. Yes, sir.
Yes. Which, by the way, I mean, can we stop pretending at this point anymore? Like, people have this like highfalutin fucking sense of dignity and self to the point where they're like, oh, that's the worst. I can't believe no one gives a flying fuck anymore. I've gotten to this point where it's like, if they were to say, listen, R. Kelly is going to ghostwrite music for people, I'd be like, all right, just don't tell anybody. Like, well, he's a monster.
Just guess which songs he writes. That's all.
They'd be like, he's a monster. He's the worst person. I'd be like, aren't we finding out the guy that made all the computers is molesting kids? Didn't we just find that out 2 seconds ago again? Like, he can write another I Believe I Can Fly. It's fine.
I mean, Taylor Swift's new album is okay, but I just don't get into the part where she's talking about peeing on people.
So I was listening to the new Taylor Swift album, and I got to tell you, it was kind of gross. Maybe R. Kelly wrote that song on the new Taylor Swift album where she was talking about Travis Kelce's dick. R. Kelly sends it to her. He's like, believe me, it's going to work. Trust me, they're gonna like it.
Oh man.
And they did.
But I mean, that pretty much covers it. I mean, I think we covered all the matches. Overall, did the event live up to your hype, Joe?
I'd have to say it didn't. It was
No.
no, it wasn't. This was an infomercial. It was ShamWow.
Yeah.
It was ShamWow featuring John Cena.
Does John Cena come out on Monday Night Raw to give a speech? I saw a couple people saying that might be the case, that John Cena shows up at Raw, obviously not in Ring Attire, but maybe shows up to say his piece and do his Ultimate Warrior goodbye.
I hope John Cena shaves his head, by the way, too.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, I hope
hair.
he wears a wig. He gets some extensions. Extensions.
What if he just went and got like extensions? He got fucking what's it called? Not braids, like long fucking like he got R-Truth's fucking extension braids.
Yeah. Maybe he goes maybe gets emergency the eye surgery so he can look a little more Mandarin.
Oh,
you know?
He's
Yeah.
going through a very Chinese time in his life. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yeah.
No, but dude, honest to God, like, why? I guess why not? Why not? Yes, give Cena needs dreads. That's the word I was looking for. That's how tired I am, guys.
Yeah.
Get Cena some dreads. Maybe a bumbaclat Cena.
Sure.
Go in that direction.
Maybe get him a Coolio. That'd be great, huh? Not just dreads, a Coolio. Yeah.
No, he should, dude. His hair. I'm like, he looks like. Remember, was it Slow Jack? Remember that? Like, I'm like, what the who? Dude,
Simple Jack?
Simple Jack. Thank you. Yes.
Slow Jack, Simple Jack, Flapjack, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Evans, all the Jacks.
Yes, yeah.
Lumberjack. Yeah, no, I'm like, dude, that he looks ridiculous. The hair is terrible. I mean,
and
if
that's why
you're
he wears a hat. At least he's on Hogan that shit, right?
Oh, maybe that's what we missed out on. Do-rag Cena era.
Oh man, the Hogan years, Cena Hogan. Whoa.
Well, that was it. Everybody was talking about do-rag Vince. We didn't get do-rag Cena.
Yeah.
He could have gotten away with that for like a good
You
10,
think so?
15 years. Yeah. How about shower
He
cap
ended up
Cena?
looking like Taker though, instead of do-rag Vince.
Well, Taker did say that they were of the same ilk, brother.
Oh, that was so douchey. Yeah, some of the interviews on this thing were really.
Uber Eats. Food delivery. Download now.
I think that was the worst part. Honestly, I expected more emotion from people that realized that Cena's leaving and the houses are going to be a little lighter. You know what I mean?
Well, that was like Punk was crying in the
Punk was actually crying.
Yeah, and Punk was crying in the interview, and yeah, you were like, "That's weird," and I was like, "I think it's because even when it's all said and done, and people can hate Punk and dislike him because I mean he's been around 25 years, there's gonna be shit you don't like about him, but he still comes off like more of a human."
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of always been.
That was over emotional. Like, who the fuck am I to say that, right? Like, maybe he really is that close with the dude, or maybe that guy really means, maybe Cena means that much to Punk. The only reason it surprised me was because everybody else is cutting jokes and being stone faced or reading from a script. And here's CM Punk having this emotional moment, which is fantastic. I'm not even knocking the guy. It was such an extreme. Like, they could have edited that better, maybe. You know, just
Well,
I don't know.
not to completely steer it away from this being a show about Cena, but I've already had many lengthy conversations with you about Punk, and I've always said, you know, he's he's a Koa. He's an adult child of an alcoholic. He's got that trauma that he carries. I'm sure he remembers, and there's many accounts of this. Everybody that's been good to him and everybody who hasn't.
Right.
And that led me to believe him sitting there saying Cena was a good guy who always treated me well and cared about me. I buy it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's bullshitting. I think all these other people going, ha, bye, John. We'll miss you. It's like,
you can't really be a bad person if you've taken care of more than like 10,000 Make-A-Wish kids, you know?
Yeah, right. Well, that too is like,
I'm sorry, you just can't. You can't. There's no way. Like, he has to be genuine in the ways that counts, right? We saw professional corporate Cena a few times doing interviews over the last year, and we've seen that side, and we've heard him talk, and he's very articulate with his words, and he knows, especially during the Vince McMahon stuff. Whoa, he steered the fuck out of the way on that one too. But it's like that's one persona or one side of him. But how many people get to see that other side of the guy? How many other people get to see that genuine side of the guy where it's like, holy shit, he really is a superhero in a lot of ways, you know?
Yeah. And there's also the point of where you look at it and you go, they're roughly about guys the same age. You know, there's they have a lot more in common than some of these other people too. You know, when they're like, oh, even here's Bailey, and it's like, here's like a girl in her mid-30s, you know, and then there's like a guy like Punk and a guy like Cena who they're like 2 years apart, kind of the same generation, you know. I see it happening, but I don't know, man. Polarizing show. I'm sure we'll get a lot of polarizing feedback, but
like I said, the international audiences, the live international audiences that I was in with were absolutely head over heels. They seem to absolutely love this. They loved even the finish. I think that this might be one of those American centric or North American centric or maybe just English language centric people that might feel differently about the way that this retirement went off. But the international audience, if WWE is paying attention to their live YouTube viewers and stuff like that, this went off without a hitch. Everybody had a great time. So,
well, sounds like CM Punk is going to be retiring. The C is going to stand for Chechnya.
There you go. But let's get ready to wrap it up. Much love to everybody joining us live on the YouTube. Much love to the people listening to this on the download, as well as joining us on the Patreon, patreon.com/wrestling soup. Make sure to follow and support our friends, the RCWR show with Lee Sanders doing his own Cena Post show, Spitball Media with John Draper, and of course, Dose of Chocolate with White Chocolate, and of course, Don Reynolds, Jeff Lipman, and his multitude of shows. But of course, Garden of Doom, Jesus Christ, Gospel of Thomas, which he has on Thomas from MLW, among other places as well. And I think that pretty much gets ready to wrap it up. We will be back Tuesday to review the rest of what happens with Raw and what the fallout is of Saturday night's main event. And of course, probably discuss some of the return comments, the volley of comments that we will receive on this video.
Mm-hmm. Stretch out, boys.
Yeah.
We'll see you on Tuesday. Peace.
Bye. Pizza.
I got to go pee. I think a tank.
What's your favorite app at the moment?
Definitely TikTok. I check it every day.
What's your favorite app at the moment?
TikTok. I could scroll for hours.
What's your guys' favorite apps at the moment?
Well, I'm an Android user, so probably TikTok Lite. Same. She put me on.
Wait, what's TikTok Lite?
It's literally just TikTok, but more compatible on my Android. Oh, and it saves data. It has optimized performance. My favorite thing is that I can scroll offline when I'm flying or have unstable connection. Yeah, I don't have enough RAM, so TikTok Lite is perfect on my Android phone. It has the same content as TikTok and the same amount of fun, but just easier and faster.
That sounds perfect. Where can I get it?
Just download it at the Google Play Store.
Being a perfect mother is impossible. Any unexplained injury triggers an investigation.
How did this happen? Speak to me!
Parents can do some terrible things in moments of frustration.
Little Disasters, all episodes now streaming on Paramount+.